Hi everybody again. I waited 3 seconds in order not to have the previous problems that we have encountered in the previous video tutorials. Okay, let's get to the question. So in this tutorial we're gonna solve the last question of the section 3 which is question number 3 that requires us to write a function that calculates the area of a triangle and returns it. Okay, your function is supposed to take 6 double numbers, x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3, which are the coordinates of the points respectively, and return one double number. You might implement Heron's formula to calculate the area of a triangle given its sides. For calculating sides, you can use distance of function you have already defined. Name your function as area of triangle. Note that there might be a possibility that there is no triangle at all. Alright, I want to describe the problem here again. So we have this triangle and we have been given 3 points, so each of them has 2 coordinates. So let me call this point as key and it has x1, y1. Let me call it L, x2, y2, and M, which has x3 and y3 coordinates. Okay, now let me write the Heron formula here. So in Heron formula, area is equal to s squared s multiplied by s minus I multiplied by s minus b, and it's multiplied by s minus c. Whereas s is equal to a plus b plus c divided by 2. Okay, so a, b, c are the 3 sides of a triangle, so they are here. Let's call it a, b, and c. So the question is how we can use distance of function in order to calculate the size of a triangle. So when you look at this picture, I think it's really easy to guess it. So the A side of a triangle is actually the distance between the point K and the point L. B side of a triangle is the distance between point L and between point M. And the C side of a triangle is the distance between the point K and the point M. So this is how we're going to calculate the 3 sides of a triangle. But after calculation, note that there might be a possibility that there is no triangle at all. We need to check the possibility of a triangle. So as you know, sum of any 2 sides of a triangle should be greater than the other one. So a plus c should be greater than b, and b plus c should be greater than a. So we should check these conditions, and then if it's true, we can calculate the area. Alright, I think we're good to go. Now we can begin to write our program. So as I'm gonna use some of the lines from the previous program, I will just copy them. Okay, from here I'm gonna copy the distance of function, and it's here. I do not need to write it again, and my main function is here. Okay, now it's time to write the prototype of the function area of triangle. First, let's define its data type. As it returns us a double number, its data type should be double, and the name should be area of triangle, because the question says so, and the parameters are these. So there are 6 input parameters. So all of them are double. Okay. So the prototype of this function is ready. Now we can fill its inside. Okay. So let's go back to the problem. So the function actually is going to calculate area, and there are these variables: area, a, b, c, and s. So I will declare them beforehand. Double a, b, c, a size of a triangle, s, and area. Now we should calculate the a side. So I'm going to use distance of function, and remember, a is the distance between k and l. So the coordinates of the k is x1, y1. So I'm going to pass it as they are, and the coordinates of l is x2 and y2. So x2, y2. Next step is to calculate b side of a triangle, which is the distance between L and M. So x2, y2, first coordinates of the first point, and x3, y3, coordinate of the next point. And the c is the distance between k and m. So c is equal to distance of x1, y1 and x3, y3. Okay, good. Now we have three sides of a triangle. The next step is to find out if it's a triangle or not, to check if it's a triangle or not. So we have these conditions: a and b should be greater than c, and a plus c should be greater than b, and b plus c should be greater than a. In this case, we can calculate s, which is equal to a plus b plus c divided by 2, and area, which is equal to s squared t, s multiplied by s minus a, multiplied by s minus b, and multiplied by s minus c. Okay, so if it's a triangle, calculate this part, else let's print it's not a triangle, and let's exit. Why I'm using exit? Because I want my program terminates after this line. So at the end I will return area. Okay, so area of a triangle function is ready. I hope everything is clear. It's for you how we find the size of a triangle, how we are using distance of function to find the size of a triangle, etc. And now we can call this function inside of a main function. So as we have to pass 6 double arguments, I have to have them inside of a main function as well. x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3. And then I'm gonna ask user, please enter numbers for those variables. Okay, and then I'm gonna save them inside of in the area of those in the address of those variables. So I'm gonna use 6lf here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now the variables, actually the addresses of those variables. Oops, I did something wrong, but okay, never mind. So here now I have the numbers for the variables, so I can calculate the area. So I can declare one more variable in order to hold the output of this function call. And to calculate the area, I'm gonna call area of triangle function and pass all these variables to this function. Okay, after that, to see the output, I'm gonna use printf. The area of a triangle is %lf area. Okay, everything seems fine, so we can compile our program to see if something is wrong or not. So the name of the C file is area3. Okay, we have one warning here. We need to include this library in order to use exit function. So it's the library header here. Okay, and then I need to link the mass header as well. Alright, there is no problem. It seems there is no problem. Now we can run the our program. So please enter numbers for. Okay, let's enter something like that. I don't know. Okay, there is this one. Let me enter another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so in this case it's not a triangle. We have this output, this message, and then it terminates immediately. So everything works perfectly. I hope everything is clear for you as well. So in case you have any question, please feel free to ask when we have those number of hours to talk. Okay, see you soon. Bye bye.